Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to SAT practice. Today we're going to do some question about coordinate geometry. So let's start with the first question. In the figure to the right, O is the center of the circle. So it is the area of the circle. So we know that the area of a circle is pi r square. So we need to find out the value of r, which is the radius of the circle. And the radius is the distance from the center of the circle to the circle. So here the distance from here to it is 3, so which means that the radius is 3, so pi will be, the area will be pi times 3 squared, so it's 9 pi. So E is my answer. Next question, so in the figure to the right, which one of the following must be true about the value of y coordinate of point P? So the coordinate of P is xy, and xy is far from the origin by 0 by 6 units, so which means that the distance from xy and the origin is 6, so that means I will have 6 is equal to square root of x minus 0 square plus y minus 0 square, because this is the formula of the distance between 2 points in the coordinate plane. So here I will have 6 is square root of x square plus y square. So we know that x it's not on the y axis, which means that it's not equal to 0. If x is not equal to 0, that means x squared is greater than 0. So if x squared is greater than 0, when we add y squared both sides, we end up having x squared plus y squared will be greater than y squared. So if we take square root on both sides, so we know that this has a value which is 6, so 6 is greater than square root of y squared, and because y is positive, so it's going to be just y. So 6 is greater than y, 6 greater than y, then A is my answer. Next question, so in the figure to the right, the equations of the line is y equal px plus a, y equal px plus a, which means p is the slope. So we know that the equation of the slope is y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, or you can do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, given that x1 y1 and x2 y2 are points on the same line. So we know that those 2 points are on the same line, so here it will be my x1 y1 x2 y2, so my slope will be a minus 0 and 0 minus b, which is going to be a over minus b, which is same thing as minus a over b. So minus a over b is c, so c is my choice. So in the figure to the right, which one of the following must be true? So this is a line, so that means it has a slope, and we know that this is the point 0, 0. So let me find out the equation of the line. So the equation of the line is y equal mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept. Here my y-intercept is 0, so that means my y will be just mx, because b is 0. I will choose that point. So now on the slope, we know the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So it will be 0 minus minus 5 over 0 minus minus 4, which is 5 over 4. So my equations here will become y equal 5 over 4x. So we know that 5 over 4 is greater than 1, is greater than 1. Why? Because 5 is greater than 4. The numerator is greater than the denominator. This is an improper fraction, and improper fraction is always greater than 1. So 5 is over 4 is greater than 1. My x and y are both on the first quadrant. If are on the first quadrant, that means both of them are positive. So if I multiply both sides here by x, I will have 5 fourths x is greater than x, and we know that 5 fourths x is just y. So substitute here by y. So y will be greater than x, and b is my choice. In the figure to the right, so A is the coordinate of the point P. So I'm going to do the projection here to get my value of A. So this is my A, and B is the coordinate, so the Y coordinate. So this is my B. At this point is the point AB. So in which quadrant is the point AB? Is on the third quadrant. C is my choice. In the figure to the right, if x equal 4, then y equal, alright, so here this is 0, 0. So the point 2, 1 and x, y belong to the same line, and the line passed by the origin, which means that x and y are directly proportional. So which means that we have y is equal to mx. So if this is directly proportional, so as you see here, when x equal 2, y equal 1. So when we have 1 here, x is equal to 2. So which means the slope is half. So my equation y equal half x. So now if x equal to 4, so y will be equal to half 4, which is 2. And b is my choice. Or you can use the slope, find the slope directly using this formula. So the slope here will be this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2, so it's going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is 1 minus 0 over 2 minus 0, which is half, and as you see, so this is the slope. In the figure to the right, which of the following could be the coordinate of a point in the shaded region? So we know that the first quadrant, the both coordinates are positive. Second quadrant, the y is positive, x is negative. Third quadrant, both coordinates are negative, and the fourth quadrant, the y is negative, but the x is positive. So here in the third quadrant, both of them are negative. So I'm going to look for the coordinate where both are negative. So E, both are negative. So E is my choice. In the figure to the right, which of the following points lie on within the circle? So within the circle, that means either on the circle or inside. So first I have to find out what is the radius of the circle. So the circle has center 0, 0. So and the equation of the circle with center 0, 0 is x minus 0 square plus y minus 0 square equal the radius square, because the general equation of the circle with radius with the center AB is x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equal r squared. So because a and b is 0, 0, so this is why we end up having x squared plus y squared equal r squared. Now what I need to do is to find out first the radius, which is 6 squared plus 8 squared equal r squared. This is 36 plus 64 r squared. This is 100. This means 10 is my radius. So I will start with the by. Big B is 7, 7, because I know that 7 is 49. 7 squared is 49. So 49 plus 49, both of them are less than 50. That means they're not going to be equal to 100. So it's going to be less than 100, which means it's going to be within the circle. So minus 7 square plus 7 square is equal to 49 plus 49, which is 98, and this is less than 100, which meaning it's within the circle. If I take the square root both sides, so this is going to be square root of 98, will be less than 10, and this is the radius. That means it's within the circle. So B is my choice for this question. Next question. So in the figure to the right, the grid consists of unit square. What is the area of the polygon? So we know that the area of the polygon is half height times base 1 plus base 2. So we know that the base 1 is 2 units, base 2 is 5 units, and the height is 2 units. So here I will have the formula is going to be half 2 times 2 plus 5. So these two cancel out, so the answer is 7. So A is my choice. So is there another way if I don't remember the formula? Yes, because this is unit square, so this is half of square, this is half square, that means both of them they make 1. And I count the number of squares, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and those two make 1, so this is 7. So which is what we got. In the figure to the right, which of the following point is 3 times as far from P as from Q? So 0, 3, so 0, 3 is not far 3 times from P as from Q. So A is not my choice. 1, 1, 1, 1 is not. 4, 5, 4, 5. This is equidistance. 2, 3, 2, 3. This is again equidistant. And I think 4, 1. So this is 1 unit and this is 3 unit. So E is my choice. So if you want to see it, so look, this is only far from Q by 1, but it's far from P by 1, 2, 3. So next question. In the figure to the right, what is the area of the quadrilateral ABCO? So ABCO. So I see here this is a two triangle. So this is the coordinate 2 by 2, which means that if I project this one here, I will have the height of this triangle, and this triangle is on this is point 2, so this is 2, so this means the height of the triangle is 2, and this is the base again is 2. The base of the second triangle is 3 and the height is 2, so I just need to add both area. So the area of the first one is half base times height, which is 2 times 2, and plus the area of the second one, which is half base times height, which is 2. So this is cancelled out, so it's going to be 2 plus 3, which is 5. So B is my choice. Next question. So in the figure to the right, which quadrant contain point xy such that we have x times y equal minus 2? So here what I see is the product of the coordinate of that point is negative, which means either x positive, y negative, or x negative, y positive. So we know that the first quadrant both coordinates are positive, second one positive, x negative, third one both are negative, fourth one negative, positive. So this, the product of the coordinate is negative, and here the product of the coordinate is negative. So those are the two coordinates the point xy may be. So 2 and 4. So D is my choice. Next question. So if the square in the figure to the right is rotated clockwise about the origin and until vertex V is on the negative y-axis, then the new coordinate of V is, the new y-coordinate of V is, so I know that how far is the point from the center. So when we rotate this, see if I rotate it and make it like vertical, then I drag it here. You see, normally it should be here. So as you see, it's not gonna be the point when we rotate, it's not gonna be on this position. So it has longer position on this, which means that I need to find out how far that point from the origin. So I'm gonna find out the distance between the point 0, 0 and 2 minus 2. So the distance formula between 2 points is the square root of 2 minus 0 square plus minus 2 minus 0 square, which is square root of 2 square plus 2 square, which is the same thing as square root of 4 plus 4, which is square root of 8, which is the same thing as 2 square root of 2. And because the value is on the y axis in the negative side, that means here is going to be minus. So I'm going to look for minus 2 square root of 2. Minus 2 square root of 2 is b, so b is my answer. Next question. So in the standard coordinate system, which of the following points is the greatest distance from the origin? So I'm going to do the distance between the origin and the point. So if I have x, y, and 0, 0, so the distance between the point and the origin is square root of x minus 0 square plus y minus 0 square, which is the same thing as square root of x square plus y square. So what I need to do is just need to find out the distance by squaring those and add them together. So squaring the coordinate and add them together. So I have the first one is square root of 4 square, which is 16 plus 1. So it's going to be square root of 17. Square root of 3 square, which is 9 plus 9. So it's going to be square root of 18. And square root of 4 square plus 0 square, which is square root of 16. And here square root of 2 square, which is 4 plus 9, which is square root of 13. And we have square root of 0 plus 4 square, which is just square root of 16. So this is my choice, which is the second one, B. Last question. So what is the perimeter of the triangle ABC in the figure to the right? So here to find out the distance of all the sides, because the perimeter is a sum of all the sides. So this is the coordinate 2, 0. This is the coordinate 0, 2. And this is 3, 4, 5. So this is 5, 3, 4, 4. So I just need to find out the distance d1, d2, and d3. Then we add them together. So the distance d1 is the distance between the point. So it is the square root of x1 minus x2. So it's going to be 5 minus 2 square plus 4 minus 0 square, which is square root of 3 square plus 4 square, which is square root of 9 plus 16, square root of 25, which is 5. So d2 is the square root of 5 minus 0, square minus plus 4 minus 2 square. So it's going to be square root of 5 square plus 2 square, which is square root of 25 plus 4, square root of 29. So d3 will be square root of plus minus 2 square. So she's going to be square root of 2 square plus root of square root of 2. Then the perimeter is d1 plus d2 plus d9. D is noise, and this is odd coordinate questions. So I hope that you understand the concept behind, and please, if you have any comments